There we go. Hey, everybody. I'm so sorry about that. I got caught up in work stuff. Absolutely silly me. Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go make an announcement to folks that happened, just so folks are aware. Oh, okay. Yep. And Karen is coming right now. So I'm really excited that she's coming. Lizzo, I'm here. Hey. Good. We made it just in time for the LinkedIn to come up, too. Really happy. Karen's about to hop on as well. I just sent her the link. I have to go move a dog. All right. And we're adding Karen. Okay, hope.
Nope. Hello. I'm here. Good to see you.
Oh my
How are you?
goodness.
We made it. I
It
hope I
was.
didn't.
I got distracted by solving a problem with application links.
Oh. I mean, I kind of love that. Like when you get sucked into a problem and you're like just really deep in it, except then you get that ping and you're like, oh, wait.
Right. Oh, shit. What
Something's
did I
happening.
forget?
Yes. Well,
Exactly.
anyway.
Well, welcome. And
Thank
we've got,
you.
let's see, we got 4 folks watching. More folks should pop in. And there's some folks on LinkedIn. We don't see them, unfortunately, in the
Okay.
count. They'll come through in the chat, though.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to
absolutely.
talk about AtlasCamp and.
Yes. Also, yeah. And if we have time, I'm excited to show you the app I vibe coded
Oh, please
from
do.
somebody's article on the community.
Oh, I love that actually.
Yeah.
It's such a good place to go for inspiration. I mean,
It-
for one thing, it's like
well,
it's not hypothetical. Like somebody actually has this problem.
right. And then I also, my plan is to release it as open source.
Oh, amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. I'd
because
love to see
I
it.
think one of the things that I'm really excited about is some of the stuff that Dougal's been doing in terms of like
Yes.
releasing the patterns and stuff
I love
to talk
that.
about how
Yes,
to build that
exactly.
stuff. Uh,
Yeah,
and yeah, there's some of the things that Ian and I have been talking about, sort of making happen as well, is sort of giving folks more examples of how to build with Forge.
exactly. Yes. And like something that's kind of general enough that like you can come in and you're like, okay, like I know I need an integration or I need something that like generally does this. Give me a
Right.
good template, give me a starting point, give me some patterns that I can take and use. Yeah,
Yeah,
I really love to see that.
and I gotta say the Forge MCP, it's killer.
Yeah, it
It's
really
so
does
good.
help. I mean, it makes such a big difference.
It's silly how, and I can't even imagine where we're gonna go next.
Oh, so exciting.
Which
The
is an
future of AI.
right, right, which is like an excellent lead-in to talk about. Everybody, see more people joining. So excited! Feel free to toss
Nice.
questions into the chat. and we'll get to what we can. But this is Karen White, our principal software engineer. I'm sorry,
Oh,
principal
oh no.
product marketing manager. She's like,
Yes.
oh no.
Ah, no. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, your dog is so cute.
for Forge. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's
Hello.
Lizzo. And Karen joined to talk to us about AtlasCamp and all the things that are happening with Forge, especially
Exactly. Yeah.
as it comes to be as we're moving closer to it being the
Yes.
only runtime that we work with in the cloud.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think, Atlas Camp happens once a year. So it's a really good checkpoint to kind of like look back and say, like, oh, wow, like, look at all the progress. Like, I mean, especially, I think, to your point, like when we look at the composition of the ecosystem today, like just how much progress has been made by like the partner ecosystem and by developers like migrating to Forge. Like I know that there's been a ton of effort involved with that, but like really it is one of those times where you look back and say like, oh wow, like we've come a long way.
Yeah, it is really, really impressive. So talking about Atlas Camp, I
Yeah.
heard that there were some pretty cool things that happened. I
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately was unable to attend in Amsterdam, and unfortunately, we're not doing New York.
right. Well, maybe
Yeah.
before we hop into it, does everyone know what Atlas Camp is? Like, should we
Oh,
do
that's a
just
good.
like a super quick like history?
Yeah,
I mean,
and actually, I want to shout out somebody who's joined, which is Curleen Monsey. Curleen and I worked together at Sonos,
oh, nice. Okay.
and
Welcome.
then she has been uh, turned on to Forge by Danny Thompson.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she knows
Great
Danny.
addition to
So
the team. So, yeah, amazing.
Danny's one of my favorite people. I was really excited when he got that job. So,
Yeah.
um,
Awesome.
yeah, so let's talk about Atlas Camp and what it is and what happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, Atlas Camp actually goes way back. I mean, so we've had like a few programs floating around for developers. There was App Week, which also is like a hands-on, series of workshops for developers. There was an Atlas Camp that was like part of Summit, but I mean, it really goes back to like 2008. So this has been part of Atlassian's history for a really, really long time. And it's an event that I know a lot of people in the community care a lot about. So, as somebody who's kind of been the steward of this event for like the last 5 years or so, like that means a lot to me to make sure that like we're kind of being true to like this event that's like really meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
um, so I mean, Atlas Camp, I think it really kind of grew up alongside like the developer ecosystem. When the marketplace was brand new, like Atlas Camp was kind of there, like helping enable partners to build on server and connect, and then now Forge. Um, and yeah, it's just kind of evolved over time. I think one thing that really stood out about Atlas Camp to me this year was like we really had more kinds of developer content than we've ever had before. So we had the Forge track. We had a track for using AI tools to build apps. And then we had a whole track that was just for Rovo Dev. So like that
Nice.
was
Yeah.
pretty new. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I think those different tools like kind of have like slightly different developer
Hmm.
audiences. So I know like looking at the numbers on my end, like I saw a lot more customers there in addition to partners, and a lot more solution partners too, which is interesting to see.
Yeah, well, I think solution partners are one of the things that solution partners are noticing, that sort of the mix of the way that
Yeah,
they're going to be what they're going to be able to sell is going to change a bit, and
right.
that in that case they need to add things to their portfolio, and there's two ways to do that. One is you work with marketplace partners, or you also start making your own apps. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really important tool to have. Um, so we were in Amsterdam a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
brought
why is
everyone
it always
together.
out of the US?
I know we really wanted to. That was another thing that we tried to do differently this year. Was kind of take things on the road, do 5 days in Amsterdam, and then like smaller events in New York and India. Unfortunately, the New York event did not pan out, but we are going to be in Bengaluru in
You
June.
can always come to LA. We had 100
Yes,
people that we got
we like
together. We
fun.
got people together last summer to do work with
Yeah,
Rovo, so we can pull the people here. Um,
yeah, that's a great point.
yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm really excited as we talk through this stuff because we're Ace Los Angeles is kicking off on March 23rd, partnering with Blue Sky and
Oh, nice. Yeah, you mentioned
the
that.
new App Proto Los Angeles community, which I'm starting because I don't know how to not do things. Um, and
You're not
and the
busy.
whole concept is that we're all builders now. And
Right.
whether you wa-
Right.
and for some of our Jira admins out there, whether you want to be or not, because whether it's you or the person who's your boss, people are going to come to you.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, totally. No, that's awesome.
So when we think about that exact space and we think about how we're using AI tools to build with apps, what can you talk about in terms of what Atlassian is is putting together to help folks use AI tools to build with apps, both inside and
Yeah,
outside of the products?
totally. So, I mean, like one exciting one that we talked about at AtlasCamp was Studio, like app building coming into Studio. I mean, that is pretty revolutionary. Like, it's still an EAP. I don't know. Have you played
I
around with it
haven't gotten
yet?
to play
Or,
around with it yet because I hear that it's about to.
okay.
I've heard that it's about to go public beta, and so they're not adding more
Yes.
people right
Okay.
now.
Yep. Okay. I've been testing it internally. It's just really exciting to see. I mean, I've built like a couple of like small macro, there's like a roadmap, like an embeddable roadmap that I really like that I wanted to recreate in Confluence. So just like things like that. Whereas like before it would have been like a weekend project for
Yep.
me. You can kind of like give it a prompt and kick it off, and then it's kind of going in one tab, like while you're doing something in another tab.
Yeah.
So like,
By the way, do you remember what we talked about like almost 2 years ago when I interviewed?
oh gosh, remind
This
me.
exact thing coming. I pitched this
Oh
exact
yeah,
thing.
totally, totally.
It's wild to
Yes.
see it come
You were
true.
just forward
Yeah,
thinking.
exactly. It's
Exactly.
really wild to see it like come true here. And the big part is in not that much time. Like
Yeah.
it's
It really is moving fast. Like the tools have gotten so good.
I
Yeah.
think that's the thing that I mean, I remember trying just 6 months ago to build Forge apps with like Claude.
Yeah. It makes the opportunity cost very low for prototyping something.
Yeah.
It's not going to take you very long to like prove out an idea, like you didn't put that much into it. Like you might as well try to build it if you have the idea.
Right. And I think one of the things that some of the what one of the things that I'm interested about is how does Forge help protect
Hmm.
um, users and organizations like from some of the more egregious things that LLMs might sometimes accidentally do in terms of
Mm.
like the CLI and some of the tooling around it and the way that you guys have architected the environment and such.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to that just a little bit. I mean, I think with all of Atlassian's kind of suite of, like Rovo Dev or like they're built with like enterprise grade like governance in
Right.
mind. That's really important to our customers.
Yeah.
So like, versus like some of these AI tools that like you might kind of like pull off the shelf that are, kind of more geared toward web developers. Like we've really designed these tools to work in like an enterprise like business application
Mhm.
environment, which is very different, I think. Um, yeah, maybe we can follow up on that. I
Yeah, I mean,
don't have like too much more to
some of the
say.
things
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about is just that all of the controls that exist on Atlassian's cloud today
Yes,
exist
exactly. The
in Forge.
permissions,
Like,
the
yeah,
identity. Exactly. You shouldn't be able to see anything that like your user type should not be able to
yeah,
see. Like those kind of standards like extend, whether you're building in Forge, like, you know, manually coding or like whether you're building with RoboDev.
and the other thing I think about is that the CLI every time before you decide to deploy it automatically lints.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's
I mean,
doing its
things like
type
that.
checking and things like those things are really important. Those are not things that like you get off the shelf as easily. You have to include
Exactly.
those in like your IDE, and it comes
Hmm.
standard. And I
Exactly.
think that's like particularly big deals, and also just the scan, like the vulnerability scanning you all do.
Right.
You know, as long
Yes.
and especially if you
Yeah.
play and runs on Atlassian land, you just don't have to like if you, one of the things that I love to say. Somebody said to me just yesterday, "Have you seen customers like being a little more concerned about people writing their own apps because security's got to get involved in everything?" And I said, if Atlassian's cloud is approved and they're not connected to anything external,
Right.
that you don't have any, there's no
Exactly.
questions about how that works
Yeah.
today.
It dramatically lowers the risk. Like there are just a lot of things that you can kind of like check automatically. And, I mean, of course, like nothing is like
Perfect.
foolproof.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to talk in absolutes, but like, I mean, I think it is like worth kind of stepping back and being like, oh, like if we were like rolling this from scratch, like if you were, doing this yourself from scratch, like there are a lot of things that like the platform is taking care of for you automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, I think that really is just something particularly impressive. I
Yeah.
know that we're coming up on the end of life, or end of support for Connect.
Hmm.
And I know that you all have just kicked off like the opportunity for folks to really call out the things that for them they think are like drop dead super important issues. Can you talk about
Yeah.
how that process is going to work in case folks who are writing apps haven't heard about it yet?
Yeah, yeah. I can find the community post you're talking about and maybe drop it in the chat. I don't know if you have it
I
handy,
can pull it up.
just to
Yeah.
make sure. Okay, yeah, that would be great. Because you're right, like it is really important that everyone kind of has visibility on this. Like we're now kind of in this home stretch. Like we're like 9 months out. Of course, as our developer community has been working really, really hard to migrate apps over, like the Atlassian engineering and product teams have also been working really hard to make sure that like we have that really complete list of like the final blockers so that we can process them on our roadmap. So that's really what the goal of this, like the goal is two things, like to make sure that we have the complete list.
Yep.
There are some things that partners don't know it's a blocker until they really get in there and then they tell us, and like now it's kind of like the newest thing on the list.
Yep.
And it's meant to be like transparency with the community about like truly like where these things sit on the roadmap so that people can make informed decisions.
Yeah, and I did share that link for folks. So
Oh, awesome.
you
Yeah.
can look at your existing blockers if you've submitted them and request review on the ones that you want them to consider. And you can also request
Hmm.
review on others, so that if that's important to you
Right.
too, and it's really about things that block your migration off of Connect or would cause serious customer or business impact. Um, and it's a great
Exactly.
example. Now, let me take the devil's advocate position just briefly. What would you say to
Yeah, of
people
course.
who say, "Yeah, I know how this works. I've heard of Jack before."
I would say, I mean, it's a really big priority to us to make sure that we do this right. I think you'll kind of see like on that community thread, like Robert, the engineering manager who's leading a lot of this,
Oh
like
yeah,
he's super engaged, like with the community. Like, you know, we want to be as communicative about the process as possible, and we really care. So, yeah.
yeah, and I think that is something that I do want to shout out. I have watched, especially over the last 18 months, the amount of engagement that is happening
Mm,
consistently uh, in CDAC go up.
right.
I still
Yes.
think we should bring CDAC and community together. I haven't decided which one I
Yeah.
like better in terms of format.
Like who absorbs who? Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's a good
like
question.
but as we like if we go with the idea that everybody's a developer and everybody's a builder now.
No, the lines are blurring. Absolutely.
And one of the things that I'll tell you one of the things that I would love to see Atlassian do, which is, so it may be that a lot of people come to software development now through Forge.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
that's an exciting idea.
one of the things that I think is the hallmark of like a mature runtime or ecosystem is the, like coding from beginner. in X language.
Right. Yeah.
And having that so that like we're teaching people the fundamentals of software development inside of the place where they're actually like in that space where they're actually doing the work.
I think Forge is a great platform to do that. Definitely.
Yeah. So
Like it is kind of like the way that everything is provisioned for you. It's like you kind of have this sandbox, but like everything is developer grade,
yeah,
you know? Like it's easier to use, but like, you still have like an SQL database and, like it's the real deal.
yeah,
Like it's not like a watered down version.
it is. It makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now just somebody needs to write the course.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna
Somebody
be? Who's it
does.
gonna be?
Who's it going to be?
Um, be like because I am.
Are we signing you up for this?
I'm actually. I mean, because the thing is that I've never been a developer, right? Like, I still go
Hmm.
back and forth all the time, and I'm like, well, I've been working on a pretty big project, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know how well this is coded because I'm using AI,
Mm,
but like
yeah.
I have tools that check like the quality of the
Yeah.
code and stuff, and
And it
and
works.
it works exactly.
Yeah.
And I have friends who will like review my PRs and stuff and my code, and I think I really
Hmm.
appreciate that from them to help with that too. But it is an interesting moment where we do kind of have to let go. I mean, it's funny, we have to let go of
Yeah.
perfect. At the same time, stuff has never been perfect.
Right.
And if things start breaking, you'll start learning.
That is true. I think that there's also kind of a distinction around whether like you're a single developer maintaining a
Hmm.
project versus like is it something else where like other people are going to have to like understand and work on what you're working on?
Yeah.
Like,
And how,
I think if it's kind of like just you working on it, then like how clean does it really need to be?
yeah,
It's a question.
I think the in the answer, well, especially if you're
Yeah,
using a tool that can
right.
help make sense of it for you.
Exactly. That can describe what's happening for
Yeah,
you.
it's always
Yeah,
a very interesting experience because I want to know everything, and often the
right.
things that keep me from doing things is well, I don't have time to learn everything, and which of the 100 tutorials do I choose? How do I even make a decision?
Exactly.
So one thing I have actually seen that's really cool, and folks should check it out in with Rovo Dev, is a friend of mine who is oh, okay, sorry, computer, who is a learning scientist. You guys, Atlassian should really hire her. She should work in the teamwork lab because her name is Dr. Kat Hicks,
Okay.
and she used to work at Pluralsight's Developer Success Lab.
Oh,
So she
cool.
focuses on. So she's a psychologist. She calls herself a psychologist for software developers.
I love that.
Um, she made a skill for. There's two Cloud Code skills she's made, but it's open standard. It's skills,
Hmm.
so it should work anywhere. Um, it
Yeah.
is built on the concepts of learning science that teach deliberate skill development. So
Oh,
you use
fascinating.
it after every like you've been working, 20, 30 minutes, and maybe like in Claude, there's a couple of two things in like learning opportunities auto will automatically have Claude consider offering an exercise after each Git commit.
Mm.
And
Oh,
then it helps
cool.
teach you what you just built. It actually takes you through exercises to teach you how it
Oh, wow.
works.
What's so fascinating about the ecosystem that's starting to grow up? It's like people are, now that we have this common standard, people are able to take like their specific expertise and then like share it with everyone else in some really interesting ways.
Yeah. Dan said, I hope this reduces the amount of gatekeeping Dan, yes. That constriction can be created to engineers. I look forward to the
Yeah,
democratization of software creation where we can see more things being created. One of
that's a great
so
comment.
perfect because Kat literally she talks about this. Blue Sky, come to Blue Sky. There's a lot of nerds using AI on Blue Sky. We have a blast over there. But she has talked about the problem was never learning to code. It was being seen as somebody who could learn to code.
Yeah. I know. That's a really interesting, like, as somebody who like used to write code every day for my job and then has become a marketer, like I definitely have a lot of feelings about like some of those labels, and also like I think I'm the perfect user for a lot of these AI tools that are popping up because I've absolutely forgotten everything that I used to
Right.
know. So
Well, and I think one of the things I'm really fascinated by is are the admins, the admin space, or if you're a program manager, these people who
mm,
think, or enterprise architects, right?
right.
I mean, I believe that basically every sufficiently advanced Jira administrator is an enterprise architect because you cannot help
Yeah,
start to design the enterprise when everything flows through your tools.
exactly. Like it's a complex system. Like you're a problem solver on that
Yep.
level.
Um, but that's the type of thinking that is particularly valuable when you
Hmm.
don't have to think about the specific syntax of the code.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah, you're really thinking about how best to solve a problem.
exactly,
Yeah.
and what are the outcomes I'm looking for? I mean, that's just behavior driven development.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's
So
really incredible
exciting
and
times.
exciting
I
times. Yeah,
mean, to take it back to AtlasCamp, like I've done a few of these, and in the like latter half of the event, they're hands-on workshops. Last day, everyone gets up on stage and demos what they've built, and it was so interesting to see this year versus last year just how, I mean, I think a lot of that had to do with like Rovo Dev, coding assistants. Like people are like augmenting their own abilities with things that allow them to go like easily 2 times faster. It's like
yeah,
it was crazy that it's like you built this. You started on Wednesday and you built this. That's insane.
right, absolutely. Well, and speaking of building things that fast,
Oh yeah,
uh,
show me your app.
let me show you. Yes, what I built. I'm like, okay, which of my 700 windows is it in? Um, that's also when you know that somebody's like effectively like working on a long running project is when their computer just slowly and slowly like continues
Yes.
to get more and more windows. Okay, so now I also want to go find the article in let's see here. There it is. All right. So this is the oh, I just shared did I just share the tab? The thing they keep changing the way these things work. Yeah, I did. Okay, here we go. Let me just share the whole window. So here we go. So this article was written by
Okay, interesting.
Arcadius. Yep.
Yep.
And it was about how sentiment is mostly a nice signal today.
Yeah.
Um, but what he was hoping was something that was more like a suggestion banner that also
Mm-hmm.
like gives suggestions based of it, and then give you some opt-in ways to sort of decide how things work. And then he talked about what he'd want and what people thought. So all I did was I took this article and I gave it to Claude Code.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it
And
ran with it. It sounds like it did pretty well.
it did well.
Actually.
And yeah, basically, I built it out and last week, and then ran into the part that I wasn't part of the Forge LLMs. It was funny. It
Mm.
found it and it set it up, and it's like, "Oh, sorry, you don't have the access." But then we got it. I got into the program and the EAP and uh, went through it. A couple of interesting things before I talk about it. There were some things. It did get a few things wrong initially. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, I used the wrong. It was looking for comments as actually the ticket changing
Oh, interesting.
issue
Okay.
updated instead of issue commented.
Okay.
And then
Was it able to debug itself, or did you have to
it
go in and figure out? Okay.
no, it wasn't. So I initially went to go see what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But then I told it what was going on, and then it added all of the debug code for itself.
Oh, great.
And
Okay.
then
So it was able to get back on track.
exactly. And one of the things that I didn't do, but is next time I'm going to do, is I'm going to use the Claude in Chrome extension so
Okay.
that it can just go ahead and like test it by itself as well.
It's the next step, you know?
But just to show, we see
Yeah.
here that so sentiment priority is now an app here. What it does is it analyzes this, the sentiment of each comment, and it
Mm-hmm.
identifies them and gives the confidence interval.
Okay.
If it's after 2, it will escalate to high priority,
Nice. Okay.
and it makes an internal note saying why. Now, something that was important about this was that the user had asked that it be configurable. So we
Mm-hmm.
have in space settings
Okay.
the ability to turn it on or off,
Oh,
set the
nice.
confidence threshold, and then set the escalation trigger. How high? Like, how
Oh,
many
great.
replies do you need? And is it automatic or just suggestion? I
Right.
think there's some things that I am thinking about possibly adding here. But
Mm-hmm.
the other thing I ended up adding was making sure that um, I was having to refresh after testing and putting in each comment. So I had to use Forge real time.
Oh, great use of Forge real time. Yeah.
Yes. So now both of these update live.
Oh, nice. Did you have to explicitly tell it, like, add Forge real time so that we actually get
Nope. I just said I don't want to have to refresh.
amazing? And it
Yeah,
knew. It was like
it did.
real time.
It
That's so
did.
cool.
It went and it tested it and put it together. And even one of the other things was interesting is that it noted like it was having some issues with certain things returning testing
Mm-hmm.
incorrectly, but it was the test harness that it had,
Okay.
and so it
Yeah.
fixed that too.
Wow. So smart.
Yeah, because it was using, I think it was using Vitest,
Okay.
or something for a piece of it. So yeah, I don't even know.
How long were
It
you
doesn't
working
matter.
on this? Like end to end, like start to finish?
End to end, this would have maybe been 90 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
And I mean, you
incredible.
have a complete app. Like this is seems pretty feature complete.
Yeah,
You
at
could ship
most,
this.
what I would like to do is like I'd want to make it maybe look a little nicer.
Yeah.
And honestly, what I could do is just use the front end development skill in Claude
Right.
and point it at the Atlassian design system.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Because I
I
assume
mean,
it's using. Is it
I
using UI kit?
I believe it is using UI kit. Yeah, so it all looks fine.
Yeah.
Um, you
Like it
know,
blends in with Jira. Like it looks, you know.
yep,
But if you
it
wanted to
does
zhuzh it up a little bit.
exactly. Yeah, the only other thing like is can I, like I'm like can I, oops, not there, in here, like can I make this like a half page instead of a full page? I don't need this to run across the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, it also seems too like there's an opportunity to like kind of test this with users and then it
Yep,
becomes really easy to like turn that feedback into changes to this, like add another control.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so my plan is to go ahead and throw it up on a Bitbucket. That's where I should put it, not GitHub. And then I'm going to comment back on the article
Yeah. Try it out. Let
and
me
be
know
like,
what you think.
here, go for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then we can continue to just iterate on it. And maybe I'll release it, but like the real fun is just turning something around. Like it would be fun to release it and then become an actual and charge like 1 penny or something. Like
Yes.
just what it costs to cover the forge bills. That's it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was so easy to make. That's the
It's so
other
cool
thing
to see this.
that's what I'm interested about is when you use Forge and you can use AI, how cheap can you offer apps for?
Mm,
You
yeah.
know?
Totally. I mean, something like this, like you could reasonably like run on the free tier, probably
Hmm.
for like depending on how many users you had.
Yeah, which is pretty neat, pretty neat. But I have to have one paid through Atlassian app to become a marketplace partner that
Oh,
gets
true.
access to
Yeah.
the portal.
There you go.
That's very important to
What
me
is
because that's where you find all the fun stuff.
that is true. What are you using for the sentiment analysis under the hood? Do you know?
For Claude 4.6.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Haiku, yeah. It
Yeah.
actually, yeah, it found that too. It had put one in when we did it like a week ago, and I think in between last week and this week, well, we didn't have access, so it
Right.
might have just that. I think maybe or something got like deprecated, but then it realized that and it fixed it.
Amazing. So is this runs on Atlassian since you're using the
It's
Forge LLMs
it's
EAP?
fully runs on Atlassian.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I guess heck, I didn't even think about that. Get the badge.
You get the badge.
That's so cool. Yeah,
Oh,
and
cool.
for like I said, for our app, for our event on the 23rd, we are really hoping we're going to be. I think I'm going to put the announcement out today, but we're
Okay.
really hoping that folks will come with the apps. Like, will take the time to build something themselves
Yeah.
to show it off. I have some really cool things I'm planning to do to bridge the decentralized social
Mm-hmm.
and Atlassian when we think about customer service management and
Oh,
being a large
interesting.
organization that needs to do like social login and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
so I'm pretty
exciting.
pumped. Yeah,
Yeah, what a cool project. I feel inspired.
excellent. Well, if you manage to find your way here in 2 weeks, I
I
guess
mean,
two
you
weeks
never
in.
know. Well,
All right, exactly.
eh,
You just be like, I have to go. Sorry.
yeah.
It's very important. Yeah, I asked Danielle if she could come. She's like, it's a little tight.
Yeah, that's fair. There's so much travel going on, like this quarter and next quarter.
Yep, but we will see you in just about 2 months.
Exactly. I mean, we can't forget about team. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. Are you going to be there?
It's only 90 minutes away from me, so absolutely.
Oh, okay, of course. Yeah. I mean, you have to be there.
I will be there with bells on. Um, and I'm very pumped. It was so much fun last year.
Yeah, Anaheim
Um,
was great.
yeah,
Really
it
loved
really
it.
is. Getting to go to Disney was a blast.
Such
We
a
had
nice bonus. Yeah.
the community champion party in that special place back in the back, and
Yes.
that was so cool. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's a great location. Great food. What's not to like? Great weather.
exactly. So I hope
We're not
everybody
in Vegas.
comes. Yeah, well, right,
Yes.
exactly. Right, honestly, like love Vegas
Love Vegas.
sometimes, but
Yeah.
like it's
Also love a
every
change.
and everything is so far away in Vegas.
That is true. Yeah. No, good point.
Yeah, so it'll be nice. It'll be good weather. I really
Awesome.
wasn't prepared for the fact that that's only 2 months away.
I mean, when you say that, it like strikes fear into my. I mean,
Right, only
there's a
have a
lot to
few
do.
things. Only have,
Yeah,
I was gonna say, only have a few things to get prepared.
just a few. Yeah, just a few. We're cooking up some fun stuff as far as like Forge sessions go and the Forge booth. Like, it's going to be really great this year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna really try and take advantage of probably some of the certification stuff if I still have
Oh
ones to
yeah,
get by then. We'll see.
yeah, exactly. If you haven't
I'm
already knocked
charging
those
ahead.
out, yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a really good time, and I just want to make sure that like I think one of the key things for people to know when you go to team is it's have a lot of fun, but also like take care of yourself.
drink a lot of water, wear comfortable
Drink
shoes.
drink
That's what
so much
everyone
water.
says. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I get a scooter, so then I don't have to worry. I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, like drink water. Take care of yourself.
Yep, absolutely. Well, and I think just back to what Dan said in terms of gatekeeping, I think that's the really important thing. If you have an idea, try it out, feel safe. You can
Absolutely.
spin up, anybody can spin up a developer instance,
Exactly.
and start
Yeah.
playing with it. You don't need permission from your boss to like
No,
start playing with stuff.
exactly. Like anyone can pick up Forge. Like there's no like special sign up flow. Like all you need is an API key and you can start
Yep.
testing. It's also free to sign up for your own developer instance. Like you don't even need to be testing like in your work environment. You
Nope.
can
Yeah.
have your own
No,
developer sandbox.
though I still don't understand why sometimes when I deploy from the development environment to a developer instance, it tells me that I'm deploying to a production instance.
Mm, that seems a little off, but yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's incredible how far Forge has come. How many years has it been?
So I joined 5 years ago and we had just gone GA. So
Wow.
yeah, it's come a long way just in that time.
Yeah, Dan, what do you want to build? We still technically have an hour. We can build something. I know,
It's
Karen, you
true.
have to
Yes, I do
go.
have to hop off. I have one gift before I leave. I have all of the AtlasCamp videos. One
Yes,
would like those. Anyone?
of course.
Uh,
Yes. Excellent. And I have a website basically ready for the clinic. I just have to like launch it and tie into Bevy.
oh,
And then
nice.
and then I'll be able to have everything. Oh, you may not be able to post. You may need to
Yeah,
give
I
it
was
to
gonna
me.
say, let me
It's a
give it to
very
you in the
weird
private
thing.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Thanks, Restream. I think this is probably why you guys use you guys use Restream now or StreamYard? I can't remember. I know.
oh gosh, I know the DX team does.
Oh, talking
Um,
about DX. Listen, I'm so ready to get my hands on DX. I'm so frustrated I have to wait. Like,
oh, yeah, it's a very cool product. Yeah,
well, and I worked for middleware, which is basically doing DX, but like at a much smaller scale. So I instantly became interested in that space. So, and
yeah,
I think especially when you layer DX on with Compass, like
mm,
I think
yeah.
Compass still gets so little love compared to what it should get.
I'm glad to hear. I mean, you use it internally, or
Um, I don't yet, but I do know somebody who does. Like it's just
yeah.
me, and well, and my company. I'm back in a DC environment, so
Oh, right. Oh, there you go. Awesome.
IL5.
Yes. Amazing. Well, I just
All
dropped
right,
you two links to the playlist. One is like the full thing. The other one is just kind of like a few handpicked sessions. But thank
perfect.
you so much for having me. This was fun. I always love
Of course.
talking Atlas Camp, talking Forge.
Yeah, as always, whenever you want to drop by, let me know. We'll make it happen, and I won't be 15 minutes late.
All is forgiven. All right.
All righty.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Take care. All right, friends. Yeah, Nishant, what do you want to build? What shall we build? I'm just checking something else at the same time here. I'm really open to it, so let me know what you want to build, and we'll do it. Um, while we do that, let's see. You got an idea? Nishant, do you have an idea? If not, I will go searching on the community for an idea because there's always good ideas on the community. Oh, recreate the sentiment analysis app again. Okay, sure, I can do that. I guess I can recreate it. Sure. Let's do it. And we will go. So let me do it this way. We will add in the Claude app. One of the things I love about the Claude app today is it's just really easy to create apps just sort of like straight from here. Now, one of the things I did find out as I was working in here, and I don't know why yet, I haven't dug in yet. I discovered that Claude kind of code kind of like ended up having um it's having some issues when it came to one moment. I have okay. Hold on, loud dogs. Amy. Okay, I'm back. All right, here we go. So, here's what we're going to do. The way that we did this before was, oh, come on. All right, so we go to the article and I grabbed the URL. And then I'm probably going to run into the same issue, which is that Forge LLM is per app. So we'll get as far as Forge LLM and run into the same thing again because the feature flag has to be turned on per app. So let me see if anyone is around to do that today, just to make sure that we can get through this. Or we should build something else that doesn't require an LLM that sits behind um, that sits behind things. But let's see here. Let's get as far as we can. So we did last time, and then I'll see if he's around. All right, so grab the URL. Oh, okay. So a feature contains multiple epic stories. Epics. Each epic contains multiple stories. User stories. The app calculates and displays epic progress percent based on completed stories, feature progress percent based on epic completion. I think we already can do this. I think so. Nishant, let's tighten that up a little bit. Today we already, I believe epics already, do they show epic progress as a percentage or no? But let's do this. So we are going to need to have that structure. All right, so let me copy. Why does it doesn't let me copy the text? I live in a world of hell. Okay, let me just grab the text here. Got it. Okay, let's switch back to Claude now. All right. No, 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 no. Stop. We have a hierarchy in Jira that goes story, epic, feature. What was the last piece here? Oh, the right. Oh, that thing. The features. Okay, the feature progress percentage based on epic completion. Nishant, do we want to show this for the thing? Like, if I have an issue up on the screen, do we want to show this for the issue that a work item, whatever it is, whether it's an epic or a feature or a story, do you want to see the related stats that are based on that specific work item that is showing up? Or are we looking for like a larger picture view that is not issue based, but might be like in a project page or something like that? You tell me. While you do that, I'm going to go ahead and set up Jira with this structure. So, all right. Oh no, that is the level. So I'm right. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, okay. Do I have feature yet? No. Okay. So let's add a work type, which will be called feature. Okay. On feature, let's go to. Well, actually, I want to go to. Right. Okay. So default issue type scheme. That's fine. Screens. Screen schemes. Default screen scheme. Default screen. Okay, so let's go back one. Let's just get all the screens. All right, that's all the system fields. Really? That's all I have today? Yeah, okay, that's fine. What we need here is huh. Hey. Also the Jiro guy. Hey, Rand. Hey. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk. Hi, Rodney. Nishant, do you want this to be full, like, do you want it to be an overview in the project page, or do you want it to be um, like per work type that we're standing on? I just want to understand how you want to see this. So I'm going to add this so it's on the story. Wait, actually, didn't we get? All right, hold on. All right. We're just using the parent field now. Okay, so we're just using parent. That's what we need to do. Got it. So back to here and actually remove this. Remove both of these. Remove this and just add parent. So this will work for both. Right. Okay. Now we'll go back to screens and we'll go to, and we're going to edit the name of this. All right. So now, there we go. And then, okay, so now, I shouldn't have done that because it's now it's a default. Whoops, these names. Okay, on feature, you want to see the progress. Excellent. Okay. Got it. Now, let's just for fun, we will create a new, no, I want to actually create a new project. I want to create a new project, or sorry, a new space is what I have to call this now. Lord, okay. So sometimes the most work that we're doing here is creating new spaces. So create a space. Nope, create space. We're just going to use software development. Okay. So we have a space now. We have issue types. I think I still need to assign issue types to screen schemes. Let's see here what we have here on this. Space settings. So work items. Storybook. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Lord. Okay, yeah. I need to make sure that this has the right screen too. We'll get there. Okay. So we're going to have this in place, and we have the answer on what we're doing now. So let's switch back. Oh, that's no fun. It broke itself. There we go. All right, so here's what we're writing. Let's build a new Forge app. Here's the deal. We have a hierarchy in the Jira that goes, oh, maybe it's the other way. Anyway, feature, ah, wow, it's having some problems. All right. I'm going to have it make a plan. We're also going to make sure that we have our Forge MCP on. Turn off GoDaddy. Hey, well, it shouldn't use that. A bunch of things in here I don't need. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go. It's having some issues. So let me do this. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Jesus. Sorry, y'all. It's definitely being a little weird. Sorry that it's acting up. This is one of the things sometimes. Okay, here we go. Just in case we have weird issues, here we go. And now we wait. This is the thing we do the most of when we're coding with Forge. Nishant, where are you from? And where, sir, might you be working? So we're building a new Forge app. Nishant, which one would you like? I'm thinking you want. It says average of all. Yeah, let's do that. I think that average of epic percentages. It recommends that. Let's do that. Forge CLI is installed, logged in, and I have a Jira cloud site ready. I should be logged in. Let's go. If I'm not logged in, it'll let me know. All right, so here's the plan. It's going to use the Jira issue panel, and then it's going to use display conditions of issue type feature. It's going to use the native parent field to show this. It's going to use UI kit and then display progress bars and an epic breakdown table. It's going to use a resolver that fetches the hierarchy data via the REST API. And then the API, it talks about what its approach is. Use request Jira from Forge Bridge, which is a real call. To call Jake will search. REST API 3 search JQL keeps it simple, avoids needing a resolver for read-only data. So front end gets issue key, front end calls resolver. Resolver uses the parent feature key to find the child epics. And then the front end renders this. Here's how it's going to do all the calculation. Here's the steps. It's going to take step by step by step by step by step. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I'm going to prove its plan and see how it goes. And see if we run into any issues along the way. Yeah, currently I'm using Cloud Code. This is one thing I haven't figured out is how Claude Code derives. Like, it's not the system path. Okay, there we go. Oh, that worked. Well, maybe, let's see. Yeah, I'm using Claude, but you could use RoboDev. I just know Claude really well already. Why? So you see here, it ran Forge create, creating the app, registering. Now it's reading the manifest to understand how everything's working. All right, it's going to edit the manifest. I'm just going to go ahead and allow it to do this work. Ooh, great. JavaNet second time. It's a different one. Excellent. Cool. Excellent. Are you currently with a company, with a partner or something? The Forge MCP makes this the experience that it is. While it's doing this, by the way, I'm going to just spend a little time, and we'll talk while we do this. I need to finish setting up all of the stuff that I want for my screens to make sure they look right. Okay, parent is on there. Excellent. Okay, and what's on? So all of them are going to use that, right? Including feature. Yeah, okay, great. That should work. So let's create some tickets too. Yeah, I know. See if that works. I might have to update the CLI. We'll find out. So what's really cool is it's running all of these linting, right? So it's going to do its linting here. It uses lint, and it does cut that warning, but then it also calls these out. So then it just reads it back and fixes it. And I'm just working on creating a feature and some epics. Oh, right. I have to fix that too. Okay, so I built it. So I need to run this command now. So I will switch to my terminal. All right, cool. So I'm installing now. All right, it's installing. Now let me just finish here and get back to the, we got a bunch of information here with our work items. Trying to see the list. There we go. Ooh, and one other thing. Okay, so now it's been deployed. So let me go ahead and switch to the other screen. A couple of things we need to do here. I need to go ahead and all right, so it's setting up our hierarchy the way we need it now. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our list of tickets here. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to add right here, I'm going to add the parent column. Okay, so Well, some of these, let's see. Story. Oh, that's a feature. I didn't change that. Okay, well, we'll fix that. Um, so, okay, so now what we need to do is go ahead and let's close out some of our stories. Okay, so now, hmm, let's see here. We might need to go to, feature progress tracker. Okay, it's connected to Jira. Okie doke. It's authorized to view the data. So let's go back to Jira now. Okay, interesting. So here's where we are. I don't see something we wanted to see, which was where's our feature progress tracker? Why do I not see the app? So let me see here. We see this, but actually, no, that's just that. That's the normal. Oh, there's this one weird thing that sometimes you have to do. I'm just trying to see if it's showing up here. So that would be adding columns. So I think this is interesting, which is that we don't see it. So let me tell it now, right now. So we're going to switch back now. We're going to say, hey, where should the panel be? Because I don't see it. No. Ah, there we go. I always forget. There we go. Feature progress. Here we go. Let me switch back. So you have to hit this button right here to get it to load. Ooh, why is this taking so long? So now I'm telling you, it's been set loading feature progress for about 30 seconds now. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and have it check the logs. It's going to check the logs and see whether it can figure out why it's not working the way we want it to. So it's checking the logs with the verbose flag. You can see here all the querying it's doing to get information. Yes, 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 yes. Nope. Where it is actually is that information now shows up here. The app right here. I think we can put it in the side panel, but by default it comes here where it says feature progress. Oh, let me. Yeah, that's sorry. I gotta switch out. Yeah, right. It's actually just right here, and you have to click this button to make it show up. Um, how do you download the code? You missed this part. Like I directly added the command. It should have downloaded in the system first, right? Oh, I mean, I downloaded the CLI a while ago. You just have to download the Forge CLI. Once you download the Forge CLI, it will take care of the rest. Okay, and I'll show you. So yeah, you just have to go. The Forge CLI is how you build and deploy apps. So once you have that, it gives you all of the instructions. This getting started guide helps you get yourself set up, um, and then it's good to go. Oh, the AGC development portal. Interesting. So yeah, you just have to use the CLI, and the CLI is what we're doing everything with. So Claude just runs the CLI, and it downloads all of the it downloads everything for you. Okay, so it's done this again. So let's see if it's better now. Refresh this page. And you can see it's still having a problem. So it's going to pull the logs now. And I need to update the Forge CLI. I just haven't gotten to it yet. That's really easy. It's going to try the tunnel. Right. It wants to try the tunnel, but it's going to check one more time to see if it can't pull any logs. So it realizes that maybe it's done some wrong things, so it's checking again. Confirm issue key is correct. For instance, the problem is these product context are undefined on first render. Issue key is undefined. Use effect fires with undefined issue key. Fetch progress bails out. So fix the front end. Only call invoke once issue key is available. And okie doke. I'm not sure where it was in the code that this happened, but it's going to update the code now to fix it. I don't even need to know exactly what happened, but what we can do. Man, Claude code in the app is so much worse than Claude code on the terminal. Goodness. But it's working on things now, so it's creating it's fixing the React component. Interesting. When you add command to install, you must be in some path in the local system. Yeah. So it ran Forge Create, which created. I let it run Forge Create. So it ran Forge Create and then switched into the directory that was created where all of the code was downloaded for the scaffolding. Then it went ahead and modified that scaffolding to go ahead and pull everything up. Okay, and so now it deployed it again. Let's make sure. Okay. Boy, is it having problems. And we can check that we have the latest version in here too. We on 2.3.0 now? Oh, hold on. 2.2.0, yep. Okay. So it's waiting for the issue key to be available. So I just told it that it's still having issues. There we go. So it iterates. It iterates like a person. Well, in fact, I can probably. Oh, interesting. All right, it should just show the contact data, whether issue key was. Let's see here. There it is. We got some information back. That's what we got back. It didn't read the docs very well this time. I can probably answer this faster. Let's see. Oh, where is this going to be? Forge models. Oh, here, let's just look this up. Use product context. Use product. UI kit hooks here. From Forge React. I don't know what it currently looks like. Huh. So it's using use effect. Oh yeah, well no, Cloud Code in this Cloud Code built in here can open in VS Code or Cursor. Okay. Yeah, this is so one thing to know about what we're doing here is we give it very prompting. Um, and then we asked it to do, we also gave it very little structure. And we said, go. Here we go. Full context keys. Here we go. Okay. Ah, issue, key, fair to. Aha. It'll show us the path to issue key. I see. Use product context from Forge React. Right? It's the UI kit hook for getting the Forge extension context. But the debug, yep, of course. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we did get a lot of information here, so that's actually helpful. We it yeah, it didn't give us everything here. So what we got back was this, just so you can see. as it's doing its debugging. Let's switch back and see what it's saying now. Issue key is context extension issue key, not context platform context issue key. The Forge docs list extension data and platform context as separate sections, but use product context returns the extension data shape. Oh yeah, what's going on there? That's just sort of a piece of like node is 22.22 npm. Yeah, Jira issue panel. There we go. Manifest reference. There we go. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Which document we're talking about here? Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Cool. Okay, let's see if this fixed it. And let's go back to Fair 2 and reload it. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is a great example of where maybe this was not like the most effective thing to do, because also, one of the things I've learned about LLMs is they will constantly confidently tell you that this is the thing that will fix the problem. And we didn't give it a Claude.md. We didn't do a lot of the things that we would normally do if we were going to do additional stuff. Collapse and then reopen. Oh, here we go. Hold on. There we go. Now it's working. We got it. All right. Who's still here? We did pull it off. I needed a hard refresh, but yes. We have a little breakdown here. We have our feature progress as well. Now, what would be fun would be to see what if we put it in the side panel. I know that's a possibility, so let's look here. All right, friends. Well, it's time to go. So I don't know if you all have anything else to say. People say things at the end of these. I'm not very good at that. I'm going to let it go. Um, so have a wonderful day. Enjoy thyself. And thank you for being here.